Okay, so whether you're watching this now or later, it's your girl B Octavia, and today we definitely have to talk about the we definitely have to talk about Kanye West. So I should have already had this all figured out, but y'all know I do my promo and stuff like that in the first beginning. Hey Mike, how you doing? How's your day going? Let me create a post. So today we have to talk about Kanye West, and honestly, it's a lot to unpack. Um, no problem. It's a lot to unpack. I'm probably not gonna. I can't say certain words because I didn't got banned off of here like for a certain amount of time. I don't remember what it was I said, but I'm trying to like word it properly, even though what's been coming out of Kanye West's mouth has been a lot. It's kind of not a good any good way um to say it. You know what I mean? But a lot has been going on, and I just been watching it. I think with Kanye West, a lot of people still entertained it because of his music catalog, and really, I stopped listening to anything that he had to say. What was that? When he went on TMZ a few years back. That might have been 2 or 3 years ago. I stopped listening. Like he could tweet anything. It could be posted. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna sit up and read that. Cause it's just going from this thing to that thing. And I won't never be the person to say, oh, this person's crazy. That's mean. And above mean, it's insensitive to what a lot of us go through. Like my uncle, he was real live in a mental institution for quite some time. So, like that's something that I don't think it's funny to see somebody spiral. Um, but nonetheless, I'm not going to entertain it. You know, my thing with Kanye is before I get into what I'm finna get into, my thing with Kanye is I'm not giving it no energy because if a person has the money and the time and the availability to get help and they don't, they just gonna have to fight through it. And I don't know, I'm blessed to say that I've never been prescribed medication or anything like that. I don't think that medication can solve everything. I'm not one of those people that think, oh, just take this to calm you down and take that to nah. I would never tell nobody that, because you gotta really work through it, but it comes a time when you gotta put your pride to the side and really get help. Because most people don't like it when a judge mandates that you gotta go somewhere and get help or it's jail time. And that's not going to help you mentally at all. So let's unpack what Kanye has said. Um, I'm not gonna. Where am I gonna start? I'm gonna start at the Jewish community. Hold on. I mean, I don't think people is so sensitive. Listen, I'm about to get into that though, because the comments say, "Why is everybody so sensitive?" It's not that. I feel like it's a level of disgust that people have for the things that he's starting to say. It's not like everything that Kanye has said has been off. I wouldn't say that. but he has had erratic moments over the past decade. Even when George Bush, or whatever, yeah, that's his name. George Bush was in office. That was a meltdown also. But a lot of people took it as a laughing moment, you know, and they still doing that. It comes to a point where it's not funny. And I never laugh. I'm not gonna sit up and this is the thing. Okay, so first of all, I stopped listening when he said what he said about slavery. Slavery was a choice. No, it really wasn't. After slavery was over, you can say to a degree that our people, they were in the mindset of slavery or nothing. So the masters let them free, and where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? So a lot of them did stay and work and provide for their families. It's sad that that had to happen. It's sad that that was the mindset. But to say that slavery of all was a choice is incorrect. But our people let that slide. Our people let that slide and let him continue to talk. Now, fast forward to what we're going through now is okay, Kanye spoke about the Jewish community. I don't know what he was saying. I don't know what analogy he was trying to make. Let me see. I don't know what analogy he was trying to make or what point, but he brought up a very sensitive, touchy thing for a certain demographic. But that's not to say that I don't feel bad for the Jewish people, that got targeted also. And what I'm not here for is when people in the black community try to, what's the word for it? They try to lessen the severity of what the Jewish people went through because slavery happened. What the Jewish people went through, it didn't happen for as long as slavery happened. I can't say that. But I won't speak down on it. You know what I'm saying? I won't speak down on the Holocaust and things like that because it's still very touchy. Listen, one thing that all of us know is we were taught about what the Jewish people suffered through in school. We were taught a lot of that more so than what we were taught about slavery. So, him making those remarks, I mean, it made a lot of people was outraged. A lot of people started to come out that we didn't even know was Jewish and they got a Jewish background or what have you. Is brands dropping them left and right? What is it? Is it Nike, Adidas, Balenciaga? I'm wondering why they didn't do it sooner. He's been on these type of rants for a very long time. For a very, very long time. I mean, it's gone from being aimed at Kim Kardashian to being aimed at random people on Twitter. I've been stopped really like remembering this and that about it, but we see how it's unfolding. He doesn't look well, and that's alarming. And I do hope I'm not bashing him. I'm not bashing him. I wish that he didn't say what he said, but nobody can save him from him. Nobody. Nobody can tell Kanye any type of advice. It's certain people in life, mental illness or not, that's just they don't want to hear any. any type of direction, or they don't want to hear it. And I felt like that about Kanye for a long time, mental illness or not. And we just, he just told us about that a few years ago. And I don't know how long he's been, diagnosed, but it's sad to see, to be honest with you. And I'm not going to say, oh, I, it's a lot of people that's trying to still stick with him and agree, and it's just solely because of what? Is it because of his clothing line? Is it because of his song catalog? What is it? And listen to this though. It took for him to like target Diddy for Diddy to say something. Like, why y'all not saying nothing? It seemed like people scared of him. And I mean, I seen him knock out that paparazzi that one time. And that was pretty intense. I don't want him to sit up and do nothing like that again. But every time I think he's taking a break, he come back on the same shit. He come back with the same energy. Let me see. And somebody said, why is Kim Kardashian not speaking out um when he's talking about the Jewish community? First of all, it took her a long time to come out and be an advocate for us. Took her a long time to do that. Now, number one, she's scared. She probably got a right to be scared of him. And it's a lot going on as far as I'm not sure if he leaked the kids, where the kids go to school at, but there's been a lot going on to where she's had to up security and this and that, and he's still bashing her for what she chooses to do. Like he hasn't had Kim Kardashian lookalikes. It's just ridiculous, to be honest with you. It's really ridiculous. I mean, these brands waited and waited though. They waited and waited. Y'all still can go get the Yeezys. I wonder if they're gonna like knock the price down now. I still wouldn't get them, but they never had to be that high. You're right. Kanye is done. Let me scoot this up real quick. Kanye is done. And he has to be done. He has to. I don't know if the social medias, oh yeah. So, okay, social media platforms like Twitter and Instagram, they didn't kick them out, right? Now, CNN and all of that is letting him come up there and act a fool. Can y'all stop? Now, let's talk about Drink Champs. Is Drink Champs canceled? Is that canceled? I need to know. Because they took the video down. But here's my thing. This is why you shouldn't try to show support when it's getting like this, right? You got to just let the shit play out. I don't care if you know him personally or not. He is his biggest enemy. And with people like that, you can't try to get in their way. It's not going to be possible. And you're just going to exhaust yourself in conversations with them, etc. You're going to exhaust yourself. He is his biggest competition. He himself, his biggest enemy, his biggest hater. and he don't let no outside voices penet- penetrate his thought process. And it's people like that out here without mental illnesses. It's people like you and me that look like you and me that walk around just like that. So he's done, and he has to be done. CNN needs to stop. Now, Nori, I like Nori, okay? But Drink Champs, mm, I like a podcast where things are being shared and stuff like that. But when it comes to middle-aged guys or what have you sitting up drinking and like y'all fessing up stuff and it's juicy and things like that, but sometimes it get kind of sassy or it get like the Kanye episode. Once Kanye starts to talk, you can't stop that. There is no stopping that. There is no stopping him. You're literally gonna have to wait until he finishes. And it's the most agonizing wait. It's long. He done said a lot of things. And he wasn't drinking. I don't think. He don't have to get irate. But it's like with drink champs, they live for that. They live for pulling out, juicy details from people, and most of the guests they get twisted. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the truth won't start coming out. Um, what he said about George Floyd was just wrong, y'all. That was so wrong. And I literally would have stopped him. I don't care how many hold ups I gotta say for you to stop. Hold up, hold, hold up, hold up. Get, huh, get, literally, stop talking. No, 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 no. I can't let you say that. I can't let you continue and bash the dead. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if drugs was in a man's system, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. What the world saw, what me and you saw, was the fucking knee to the neck. Yeah, he could. You right about that, Plain Jane. He committed financial suicide. Uh, I can't really say. I hope they don't. He committed that, and the reason why that comment is gold is because the Jewish community literally runs the world. Runs the world. I mean, you know that money and business and like all of that coincides with the Jewish community. Most of the best lawyers. I want to go to a bar mitzvah, and I'm way past 13. I think that do all guys go there, or I don't know. It's not my culture. Never mind. But yes, like they run the world. You cannot do that. You can't do it. Bad move, bad move, bad move. And I mean, I knew he was tripping. I mean, scratch the White Lives Matter shirt. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was tripping when he put that price on them clothes looking like that. and them shoes with the holes in it, your feet still gonna be cold. I knew he was tripping. I knew something was up. And listen, with the t-shirts that he made, I already knew with his clothing line what his demographic, what target he was trying to hit. Because only people that literally spend money like that on one item will pay for that stuff. And then I mean all of these brands that brainwashed our people into supporting it. So when Kanye came out, they was like, well, y'all pay for Gucci and stuff and it's the same around the same price. Well, that's for y'all. You won't never see me in no real Gucci, no real Yeezys, no real Louis Vuitton. It's fake. And I'ma fake that until I make that. And I'm still when I make that, I'm still not gonna buy it real. Who can check that? I'm not paying that. That's rent. If I buy the shoes, that's the security deposit. If I buy the glasses, that's groceries. Why would I do that? No, I would never do that. And see, people put themselves in financial ruins to support a brand where the main guy is making shirts like that. And now people want to burn the Yeezys and all that. Nah, you already bought it. You bought into his mindset. You bought into his the way, you know what I'm saying? And this is how it backfires on people, on our people. We all, a long time ago, should have been telling him to get some help. I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear about the songs. In the night, it's gone. I know it. People did the same thing with R. Kelly. And they still doing it. Let me see you say that I'm not doing that TikTok thing. That's R. Kelly's voice. He was saying that to the young girls also. Let me see you shake. Nasty. And people still buying into it. And he got what he got. But Forbes has came out and said that his net worth changed from this to that and he's not a billionaire anymore. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He already profited a lot. He profited a lot with these same ideas that he's always had. He just hadn't said it yet. I knew people, see, one thing about it, I can never be slow. Since kindergarten, first grade, we was learning about the Holocaust. There is a Holocaust museum in DC. If y'all haven't went to it, y'all need to take y'all kids. Um, but I've known of that tragedy for years now. And I sympathize with them because that's a level of torture. Hey, hey, that's a level of torture that's just horrendous. And I can say the same about slavery. I'm not going to sit up and make it a pissing contest. Oh, this was worse than that because X, Y, and Z. Nah. We all have suffered. Yes, we as people. In that what MLK would have wanted us to think like. Come on now. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's not a pissing contest. It's really not. And I don't know what's gonna make him stop. I mean, he gonna have to get banned from CNN and all that. He up there calling the broadcaster a boy and this and that. I'm like, this is going too far. This is getting so cringy. And I'm like a person that's like in and out with it, you know. I listen to like a little piece of it, maybe a few seconds, and I'm like, you know what? I don't even need that. I don't even need that type of energy. And they just keep inviting me. Drink champs then got they do deals. They done got theirs. Cause I know what they was trying to do. I know exactly what they was trying to do. They was trying to be like, well, Instagram ain't messing with him, Twitter, this person ain't messing with him, he getting canceled left and right. Let's give him a opportunity and a chance. But if you don't know how to control like a personality like that, and it's gonna get heated. It's gonna get heated regardless. That's the type of energy that he has, you know? And it's unfortunate because people quick to talk with him about this and that, but the only thing that I would really want to say to him is you gotta get some help. Like you, because I would hate for him to not be able to see his children because he is publicly spiraling, you know, and that's a very quick way for Kim Kardashian to do so, out of protection. It don't even have to be out of spite. You don't never want nothing to happen to your children in the care of somebody that has to be in the care of somebody. You know what I mean? And I mean that with the utmost respect. Because if I was spiraling, I would want somebody to give me options and let me know that it's okay to get help. As black people, we kind of shun each other from talking to a stranger when that stranger is licensed to talk to strangers, is licensed to have the right wording and the right thought process to really help you through your dark times if nobody else can. I don't know if a dog can do that for Kanye. I wouldn't even want no dog around him right now. Cause then you stress the dog out. Dogs is like people. You might stress the dog. I don't know. Especially if he's not going to get help. He has the time, the resources, and now, especially because this brand is pulling out and that brand is pulling out, he's going to have the availability. He's going to have the availability. People keep bringing up the whole Taylor Swift thing. I heard that her album flopped. I didn't even know she was dropping an album. I think my mother told me like a few days ago, and I was like, oh, okay. Cause she been on like a hiatus or something, and she really ain't made no comeback, no real comeback since the whole showdown between her and Kanye West, and that was a mess. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, as a child, watching him get on stage and like interrupt her speech, as a child, it was funny. But me maturing, like, of course, that wasn't funny. And I commend Beyonce for giving Taylor Swift the opportunity, to speak because she won. You can't, like, no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you got to be serious about it. I wouldn't have known how to react to that, to be honest. I wouldn't have known. I, if I was Taylor Swift, it couldn't have been no homegirl. It couldn't have been no homegirl. I'm telling you, that would have been bad if it was anybody of our, what I'm saying, community. And it's sad because I don't really think that it's teaching him much right now. It's really not soaking in. And I feel for him. I don't ever want to be in that type of mindset because it would be hard for you to keep any type of connections, like personal or business. And it'll be hard for you to repair that. Now, a lot of people say, well, he can start his own company and da da da. He can. He really can. But it's gonna be the same prices. I don't know what y'all thinking. It's gonna be the same prices. It's gonna be shirts with the holes in them. It's homeless chic. Like it's, and that don't even go together. Homeless and fabulous or homeless and luxury don't go together. So when you making stuff that literally got holes in it, and I could go to the nearest dollar store, get a little rinky dink shirt and put some holes in it, and it's the same vibe. Like what? I'm not paying that. It's gonna be the same prices. His mindset is not gonna change at this moment in time. And the prices was the prices before his spiral. The prices was the prices. So it's certain things about Kanye that's not gonna change. Medication or no medication. I think that certain things about him and the ideas that he has, he really feels. I truly believe it. I truly believe that he believes what he's saying. And for certain, and that this is where it backfires. For certain people, if it's not targeted to them, they'll laugh. If it's not aimed at a certain community or demographic, they'll chuckle about it or just, sweep it under the rug. That's what's been going on with everybody. And Kanye, everybody. When you start going against people of major networks, you're not going to be able to speak at all, though. That's the thing. That's like, that's how I know. I'm not bragging on him. I do want the best for him, but that's how I know he's just not right now. And it's up to him. He's grown. It's up to him to choose to get help or not. But it's the saddest thing to see somebody's financial demise, you know, or what else can I say? Because it's not really a demise financially. He still got money. Of course, what he go from a billionaire to a millionaire. He still got the money. He still collected from Adidas and Nike or whoever. Man, well, I'm tired of it. This is feeling like Black History Month. He took over Black History Month to the point where everybody was covering it. Everybody was covering it, and I'm tired. I'm tired of the rant. But I'm glad it's not so constant because he's off certain platforms. But hey, I also want to talk about briefly before I log off. I also wanted to talk about the horrendous video that I seen of this DC woman getting beat by a bunch of teenagers on a metro bus. Okay, so this happened not too long ago. It was a mother. It was, you know, a mother, a grandmother, a aunt, a sister, a daughter. You know, And evidently she was it was a whole bunch of teenagers on the bus, and they was cursing and carrying on, and she told them to stop cussing, and they all jumped on her at once. And I mean, it was so terrible to the point where the metro bus, she was right where the back exit is on the metro bus, and the metro bus driver closed the doors. I mean, at least open the doors so that she could possibly get up and run away from this tragedy, run away from this attack. But no, them doors was closed and they was kicking and just, and what's really disgusting to me is no parents have came forward and said my son was involved or my daughter was involved. I noticed they jacket or whatever from the video. Listen, if you know, y'all need to put an end to this mess, because whether you in the last, let me see, in the last 2 weeks, there has been more than 5 teenagers that have gotten shot, and most of it be teenager versus teenager, and some of it don't be that. But at the same time, they run in the fucking muck, and everybody, when something happens to these same teenagers, these parents be the ones to be like, they were such good kids. They went to school. They had good grades. But when they getting out of school, from the time they get out of school, they lingering around the vicinity of the school. They not coming straight home and checking in with y'all. They not calling y'all when they get out of school to check in and make sure, yeah, ma, I'm going home to do my homework if y'all at work or whatever. These parents need to get on their shit, because this shit is getting out of control, and y'all wouldn't want nobody to harm y'all kids. Y'all wouldn't want that. But little do y'all know, y'all kids is out here acting like they ain't got no home training. And by the looks of it, they haven't had any home training. I remember like a week or so ago, me and my daughter got on a bus, right? And it was a whole bunch of teenage kids on the bus. All right. I see that. Okay. Now already it's like you gotta prepare yourself to either hear something ignorant and ignore it or whatever. Cause they get to cussing. In my point of view, when it's me sitting on a bus and it's teenage boys around, they talk about vulgar shit like sex and they ain't did nothing yet. You know what I mean? It just be stuff like that that's just disgusting, but I ignore it. And we gotta ignore it for our safety, because look at what happened. And to this very moment, ain't none of them been ID'd. The police can figure out what schools was in the vicinity of that bus route and really put two and two together. And we'll see if they do it, but they taking too damn long. For as long as she got her ass whooped by them kids, now it need to be a quick, open and shut situation, and get them some resources to anger management, and maybe some fucking classes with manners and things like that. Mm-mm. Okay, so I was telling a story. So we get on the bus and we going. It's a packed bus, and I don't like packed buses, right? So We making our way through the aisle, and it's only one seat that I see that's available. But there's an issue. The issue is there's a teenage boy, and he is okay. It's two seats. He is slouched, and you know these teenagers, they are fucking long and big and mature looking. You know what I'm saying? So he basically looked like a grown ass man in a school uniform, like stretched out to where nobody can sit down. But guess what? My 5-year old needs to sit down. So at first, I just stood there because any person, my Wi-Fi, what Wi-Fi? Hush, hush, while I mute you. Hell. Anyway, so I'm standing there, and usually when you do something like that, and it's body language, you know what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? It's body language. So he acknowledged my presence. He acknowledged my daughter's presence, and he still ignored it. He was twisting his head, shit like that. So I said, "Can you move so my daughter can sit down?" I thought it was pretty obvious. I thought it was pretty obvious. And honestly, I gotta get out of seeing a teenager and like thinking of my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I can say certain things a certain way and it's gonna get done. You feel what I'm saying? But these kids, they like to jump your motherfucking ass. You feel me? Uh-uh. All right. So he moved after I said that, and he didn't give me no static or nothing like that. But it was a girl that was like maybe a few rows, to the back that acknowledged what was going down. And I guess she didn't like it. And she mugged me a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I felt a little tense in that moment, but nothing happened, thank God. But when I seen that lady get beat like that, I thought about the situations that I've had, with public eruptions and shit like that. And I'm like, I gotta refrain and just go about my way because don't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? It's been quite a few times where people try to fight in front of kids, and I'm just not with that. It's classless. Kids don't need to see that. But I do understand, like, I won't say that the woman is totally wrong for telling them, to stop cussing because she is our elder. We are supposed to listen to her. Like, we are supposed to listen to our elders. That's what I was taught. And especially if you know you in the wrong, like, look around you. You in the wrong like a motherfucker. You cursing and it's school kids. You cursing and it's elderly people around. You're not supposed to be doing that. You can't do that. And just because you not around your mother, you showing off and getting us saying all of these cuss words to the point where your sentence don't make sense. That's what I realized. They just be pressed to say cuss words a mile a minute. Don't even know what they saying. Trying to be funny. Trying to be funny or what have you. And it just, but I tell you what, I ain't getting into it with these teenagers. I'm not. I'm not. And I got something for it. See, with me, people really think that I am like their age. Like with teenagers, that's what I realized. I realized that teenagers see me as a teenager. So it be many situations where teenagers be trying it a little bit, but it's not worth it. Because I will go to jail for you. I will. And it's going to be something serious. I'm not just going to go to jail for just touching you. It's going to be go big or go home once I get mad. And it's not worth it. You know, they be really trying to provoke. And what I see with the situation on the metro bus is one of them wouldn't have popped off. It wouldn't have been just one of them that um what's it called, that would have swung on her and they got to fighting. It's going to take all of them to do something like that, to do something bold. It's going to take all of them. It's never going to be just one. It's going to end up somebody going to get motivated once the first one go, and then all of them suddenly on go. You can't do that to your elders. Karma is going to get them. If the police don't, karma will. That's one thing about it. Karma will handle them accordingly. And the thing about these teenagers is they look at social media so much that they think that this shit is easy. They think life is easy. A lot of them, and it's sad to say, a lot of them are going to be begging on the street for loose change. And it's not like they gotta go that route, but that's where they're gonna end up with this mindset because they're gonna burn every single bridge, every single connection by being ungrateful, by being petty, by letting your anger make decisions for you. And I'm telling you, I got something for one and I got something for all. I really don't be fucking around with these little kids, you know. I really don't. Like it was this one situation, I'ma end it like this. This is the type of person I am. Example. I was a little bit younger and I was in this particular neighborhood that wasn't my own. I was good though, but I was on the swing when they had to. You know, me and my good girlfriend was on the swing, and this little boy he came around on his bike, and he was circling the swing. You know what I'm saying? He was circling the whole situation, right? So I let it be what it was. He doing his little laps, whatever. I didn't press the issue first. Now he could have went on his way, but he chose to come up behind me on a swing and try to touch my ass. So once I peeped that he did that, I said, little boy, I'm only going to tell you once. I'm not going to warn you to not do that again. Oh, what you going to do? He. I'm going to smack you off your bike. That's what I'm going to do. Very calmly, you go back to what you're doing. You already told him, you know? I just leave it where it was. Okay, he got the point. He comes back 5 minutes later on the same BS. Very calmly. I got off the swing. It had to slow down first, you know that. Cause all of us in the hood, we gonna go way up. And that's it, whatever. I had a few times where I flew off. But anyways, got off very calmly. And I did exactly what I told him I was gonna do. And he went along crying, saying he was going to get this person and that person. He went and got his sister, his big sister, that was still a little girl to me. So it wasn't nothing she could do. But the point is, a lot of these kids, they need direction. And it's sad to say that it takes laying hands on a motherfucker for them to really get it, or them being put in juvie until they 21. Man, it's time to stop telling the young kids to stay dangerous, because that's exactly what they doing, and it's going to be they rise and fall. Just as they feel so powerful out here doing this shit, they're going to get cut down. They're going to get cut down. That's what's happening. It's been back to back shootings. I've been keeping up with them. Two teens shot this day. One teen shot that day. It's a continuous thing. And the parents want us to feel bad. When you drop the ball, and obviously you continuously dropping the ball. When they teenagers, don't treat them like they grown. Because they not. They need to slow down. Because life is gonna, I swear to God. I mean, I feel like I braced myself as much as I could and life still hit me like a brick in the face. Everybody goes through that. Everybody has those moments where life really fucks them over. And to be honest, it could be a continuous thing over years upon years before you finally rise from the ashes. But these kids, they know nothing of it. They know nothing of it. They very spoiled, like spoiled milk. So I say that to say, if you got teenage kids, get a handle of them. Get an air tag. Put it somewhere they know nothing of. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. But yeah, man, please get a hold of your kids before the law does. And then you want us to feel bad about them having to face a life sentence and being charged as an adult for something they was involving themselves in. How I'ma feel bad? You go from something as far as like a robbery to a murder. These kids go so far, or they go from nothing to a murder. Straight A student, but you on a metro bus attacking the elderly and attacking our elders. Hey, and it's crazy. Our elders can't even get involved no more because stuff like this happens. I be waiting sometimes for an elder to step up and say something, and then we see what happens. Oh my God, I would hate that. I would hate to have witnessed that. That could have been like I see a woman as her age as like a auntie or somebody, a neighbor, a very kind lady, or a lady that just drop gems when you see her. Be respectful, da da da. Like check me when I need to be checked. And that's these kids' problem also. They burn every bridge and they're gonna continue to burn bridges even with their own parents. They don't even see that coming. But you don't like to take no guidance and advice. You don't like to hear it until you got to hear it from a judge. I ain't never wanted to hear shit from a motherfucking judge. Okay? That's one thing about it. And I never, hold on. Y'all might hear me adjusting that. That might be what y'all hear. I don't know. But I ain't never want to hear nothing from no judge. And I damn sure ain't want to hear nothing from no CO calling me inmate something, something, something. My name is B. Octavia. But yeah, like I listen, when I was their age, I knew what to avoid. I knew the type of people I didn't need to be around because that shit was gonna get me in some type of trouble. Or I was gonna get myself accountability. I was gonna get myself in a lot of trouble. But yeah, let me. It is now about to be 3:15. Y'all know exactly where I have to go. Gotta pick up the baby girl. But the thing about it is, okay, so they changed the bus stop to where we pick up the kids. you know, after the situation. So they give us a little bit more time to get there. The buses take their time to get there. So I don't want to be too early and be standing around. So yeah, that's that. I will be dropping a video. Do y'all want me to drop a video tomorrow? Cause I can. I want to know before I get off here. Do y'all want me to drop a video tomorrow? Cause I got one. I got one. Yes. It's 12 people on here. If 5 people say yes, I'ma drop it. That's it. That's it. So I already got one. Let me stop fucking around. Cause I'm gonna end up late. No, I'm not gonna be late on first two. I'm gonna create a post just in case. But definitely, 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 if y'all want a video from me, like this video, comment on it after it's on my situation on my channel. Comment that you want a video. Come on, I'm 2 votes. 301 Cowboys, you could have said yes to my thing, to what I just said. You talking about this and that, and I'm talking about this. I seen that. I was planning on doing that. But yeah, let me get on out of here, y'all. So, I will be posting a video tomorrow, but if y'all don't show love on this one, then I won't. It's your girl, B. Octavia. Thank y'all for tuning in to yet another live. We made it to almost an hour in this bitch. That is impressive. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. If y'all don't do what I ask, we gonna see, all right? Show some love, okay? All right, y'all.